Like, I don't know what it is about people who are sports fans, but there's something eternally magic about stadiums. Even going to London sometimes when you fly over and you fly over, you see Stamford Bridge and you used to see Highbury as well. There's some sort of weird buzz that you get from recognizing those kind of places and what they mean. And like Old Trafford, whatever anybody says, no matter how shit the team is, no matter how sort of disparate the people in the crowd are from, a core support, or no matter how zombified the overall thing is, no matter how leaky the roof is,
Yeah.
it's one of the great sporting
Cathedral.
cathedrals. Do you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
the stuff that has happened there
Yeah.
will never not it'll never be erased.
Ghost of like a chiseled Roy Keane.
There has to be some magic somewhere there. Like, there's no way you can walk into it and just go, "Oh, this kip."
It is lovely. Like, but any kip is great. Like it's a bit like when you go to New York or something, and you're like, this is just like a movie. And so when you're in London and you see these stadiums, it's like, God, it's real. It's not just a TV construct.
Sure, look at Connor. He didn't want to go to Castlebar.
He's blown away by the place. When we went down to Langton's to talk to Eddie Brennan and Michael Verney and John Milan, and I drove by
Nolan Park.
UPMC Nolan Park.
Yeah.
Oh,
But I was like, I was kind of craning my neck out the window, going, look at it. I caught a glimpse of the pitch. That's why I'm going to the Etihad. They're magical places, stadiums. They're feats of architectural miracles.
I find all new stadiums to be lacking in that. Do you know what I mean? Like the newness and the shininess. It's almost like they've eroded away the history and whatever else. Like if Dublin were to build, for instance, speaking about Parnell Park as we were earlier on, say they were to build a 25, and for some reason when these things are reported, everybody calls them purpose-built stadiums as opposed to like built without a purpose.
it's a non-purpose built.
But like if they were to build a 25,000 seater stadium out in the Spa Well where they own land,
Yeah.
like it would be great, but it would be shit. Do
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like
Is
I
that just because it's just not in 20 years would it become great because history would have built up, or is there something about the modern ones that's a bit shit?
yeah. Well, it wouldn't feel like going to the same. It wouldn't feel like going to the same entity, if you know what I mean.
But there is a spirituality to the places and the ghosts of past players and all that stuff. Yeah, it's true. I was going to say something. That's gone. Yeah, I do love stadiums though. I suspect the Etihad will be completely dull, feel homogenous. Like that's how it all looks. It was. I'm in a curious way. I want to report back and go, yeah, it's every bit as forgettable.
Yeah.
Like impressive. Wow, 60,000 people. Architecturally, this looks very shiny. But I suspect it's going to be incredibly forgettable and soulless.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Remember
Like
last time?
Villa Park. Oof.
Remember last time we went to the?
There you go.
Last time we went to the Now camp, and like it's
The
disgusting.
what?
What?
Camp Now?
The new.
New
camp.
I had the second time and said now again.
New. Camp Nou. Camp Now.
The last time I went to Barcelona stadium. From the outside, it's an absolute it's terrible looking. Like it was before they knocked it down and started to rebuild it. It was kind of
concretey.
decrepit, but inside it,
Yeah.
and it's just an atmosphere. Like it's an atmosphere. Like even listening to Mossy Quinn here the other day. Like I was at Talca for their first game against Derry City, and there's something about walking down. Now it was kind of evening time on a Friday night, but there was something about walking down Richmond Road, because like Drumcondra's a proper little kind of a village nearly like in the Ouse, and people were going towards it and you could see the lights, and again like it looks, one of the roofs looks like like a kind of a aluminium cow shed or something like that, but it's atmospheric. And I don't just mean atmospheric from the point of view of the atmosphere that the people generate. The place itself is just naturally atmospheric.
Because it's tucked in around houses and
Yeah.
that residential thing, Because it's funny, when I was asking Mossy yesterday, like in an ideal world, would you just bulldoze it and build a Tala Stadium type thing? And even as I said it, I thought, God, don't do that. Though. Don't fully lose the cow shed, the feel of the place, Yeah, it's an interesting thing, stadiums.
Even like I was in Páirc Uí Chaoimh for that game against Tipperary, and granted it wasn't a good atmosphere because of how the game panned out. But Páirc Uí Chaoimh used to be one of the like unmerciful kip, like in terms of like almost unsafe. It was so rickety and bockety and everything else. But when it was full, it was nearly like being on an unsafe roller coaster. It was thrilling in a way that nearly make you kind of afraid.
And the new one?
No, not
Yeah,
so much.
I
And
don't-
it looks lovely and everything else,
But
but
it's too comfortable.
you can see you can see the perfect little squares where the perfect amount of people are all at right. Like it's there's something very orderly and comfortable about it, but it's just not the same atmosphere.
I agree. Not to offend anyone involved with it, but I was down there for the Munster Springboks game, and like you get, TV, like what a privilege. You get to like stand pitch side. You're the floodlights are on, and like I was like, this just doesn't have something.
You don't need to be comfortable. Like you go into the stadium for a different reason. Like you're not there to unwind and just relax into the place. Like you sort of accept that it's going to be a bit rough around the edges.
It's hard though, because like for people with disabilities and younger people,
course.
elder people, like you want it to be you probably do want it to be a comfortable experience. I think there is a kind of there's a certain je ne sais quoi here that some stadiums have and others don't.
X factor.
Yeah.
Because I always think as well, when clubs build their new pitch or their new clubhouse, it's like, why say they make the away dressing room exactly the same as the home dressing room? It's like, why would you do that? Like you've given this away team coming up now just this comfort, and you come in, there's loads of space, it looks great, you relax yourself in there instead of just making the away dressing room a kip for them.
Yeah, I think the Aviva has had that level that like Lansdowne Road used to be. Tough place to go.
Yeah, exactly.
Incredibly pleasant place to come and beat the Republic of Ireland at.